I'm sorry? You want to say that again?
Walk up again.
This is Nathaniel Radimak. He's a problem and has serious rage issues. The woman recording this video claimed Radimak said he would sock her because she walked by a machine.
Get away from me!
What's going on?
Well, clearly she was recording for her own safety. Imagine if she wasn't and what he would have done. So look, this guy is a real POS. We know he's a POS.
Yikes. Talk about extreme road rage there. You may remember this viral video, that notorious California Tesla driver. He gets out of his car. He's holding a metal pipe. He has a mask on there, threatening several people. And it happened in a series of incidents between 2022 and 2023. And today, in 2024, the several victims are terrified and outraged because this man was released early from prison. The 37-year-old had been sentenced to 5 years, but he was freed this week after less than a year behind bars.
Radimak has quite a history. Some may remember him coming to a complete stop on the highway and smashing cars.
37-year-old Nathaniel Radimak had pled guilty to assault and other charges after this incident last year in which he's seen jumping out of his Tesla while wielding a pipe to threaten the occupants of another vehicle. He was sentenced to 5 years and wasn't supposed to be eligible for parole until July of 2025. Previous incidents also involved threats with a metal pipe, and during one search of his car, law enforcement reportedly found steroids and $30,000 in cash.
So I have an update on something that was a pretty big deal in Los Angeles at the beginning of this year. Remember this? Someone saw a guy in a Tesla hitting another car with a pipe, tried to record them, and then he got out and went after them with the pipe as well. And within a couple of days, about 6 more people came forward who had had some sort of altercation with him over the last year and a half, where he had come after them, smashed their car with a pipe, punched them, etc. There was quite a bit of footage of him, enough so that I thought if someone knows him in real life and sees this, they're going to recognize him. But yet, after a week, no one had come forward, which led me to believe, especially based on his behavior, that perhaps people were afraid to. So I made a post and said, listen, if you're afraid of this guy and afraid of him knowing that you turned him in, tell me and I'll keep you anonymous. And by the next day, I had 3 people who contacted me with the same guy's name. I took that name, I turned it over to police, and I waited. And then this happened.
His latest incident, however, was the following, as reported by various outlets.
Yes, Nathaniel, with his very lengthy record of doing stuff a lot like this in multiple states over many years, was arrested. And then a bunch of news outlets like Inside Edition wanted to talk to me about it and how he was found, etc. Well, we got a really good update just the other day. The Tesla terrorist, Nathaniel Radimak, was sentenced to 5 years in prison for multiple incidents. So, this guy, with his literal roid rage, attacking people on the freeway, he's going to have about 5 years to think about how stupid that was and how he shouldn't have done that.
Just this month, Radimak, who is 38 years old, was arrested yet again after being out on parole for serving 10 months of a 5-year prison sentence. How does that happen? He would allegedly assault a teen driver in the state of Hawaii. He still has Oregon plates, according to local reporting, and still has that same Tesla that we saw in previous videos. Printed in those news articles are the accusations the teen driver was parking, yelled at Radimak, then he exited his Tesla, which appears to be navy blue, a dark blue, and assaulted both the young female driver and her mother. He would attempt to flee. But what were those words that the New York Post omitted in their reporting? According to KITV, Radimak sped by at a high speed and almost clipped the car. The mother was teaching her daughter how to parallel park in. She said, "Slow down." That was it. According to the reporting, that was it. She would add, Radimak uttered, "What the F did you say to me? Say it back to me." He would get closer, went in the daughter's side window, and punched her in the face. Punched her in the face. When Mama Bear got out to defend her daughter and threw an iced coffee at his car, he struck her in the face as well. He would be arrested and held on first-degree unauthorized entry into a motor vehicle and assault. KITV would add he was also arrested on a no bail parole revocation warrant. Bail was set at $100,000. While in jail, for those who believe in karma, an update came from Public Information Officer Rosemarie Bernardo, and I quote, "Nathaniel Radimak was allegedly assaulted by other inmates in a housing unit at the Halawa Correctional Facility. He sustained injuries to his face and torso and was taken to a local hospital for treatment." I, unfortunately, don't think that I can show you that photo, but if you would like to, you can Google his name and you will see it, because it is... He looks like he got in... He looks like he competed in the UFC. That's how badly his face is beaten. Knowing this man's road rage, knowing this man's rage period, it would not surprise me if he said something or snapped at if he said something or snapped at somebody, sorry for hitting the mic, the wrong way. And this was the outcome. Because seeing the way that he has conducted himself over and over and over again, you would think, as someone who cannot control their temper, that this would happen to them. Weirdly, what I also see is someone who needs help. I'm sorry. I see someone who badly needs help and probably needs to be medicated. And whether he has refused that, don't know. No idea. But when I am looking at this, what I see is someone who cannot regulate their emotions. I mean, how crazy is it to come to a complete stop on a freeway, get out, and just start beating another car? I remember seeing this over the pandemic, and everyone was like, who is this guy? Those videos were going viral like crazy. Who is this guy? Why is he getting out of his car to beat other random cars? It just didn't make sense. It did not make sense. I didn't understand any of it. But now it's full circle. And he is in that prison. And it should probably stay that way for a very, very long time. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.